Hey, what's going on, Rambling family? It's your boy Rambling. Welcome to Rambling TV. And before I get started, I want to say thank you to each and every one of my subscribers. I really appreciate you. Without you, I wouldn't be here. I'll be nothing. Once again, thank you for subscribing to the channel. The family, I see us, we growing. Slowly but surely, we are growing. Thank you. Now, today's topic is going to be the topic of boxing. I'm going to get into George Kambosos versus Devin Haney. Now, the way I see this fight playing out is it's basically going to be a real life chess match. Like, I know you guys heard of the chess match before, and you know, it all of a sudden turns into some type of brawl one way or another, or a knockout. I don't see that happening, to be honest. Devin Haney is super smart, super intelligent. He knows what he's capable of. George Kambosos, super smart, super intelligent. He knows what he's capable of as well. But the difference is George Kambosos has it all. George Kambosos has speed, power, head movement, footwork, great boxing abilities, and his punching mechanics comes in combinations all the time. So he could fight inside, he could fight outside, he could box. I'm not gonna say he's the best boxer, but I think Devin Haney, when it comes to boxing, I think Devin Haney could outbox George Kambosos. But the thing is with Devin Haney is that when it comes to fighting on the inside, he has it. He has some, the skills to survive an inside battle and, basically make it a tit for tat type of game. Like, you hit me, I hit you type of thing. But the thing is, ever since he got hit by Jorge Linares and he got buckled, especially that the bell saved him, it's been iffy. Everybody's been questioning his chin. And I feel like every fight is different, but we would have to see what his chin, how much endurance his chin really has, I should say, within the fight between Devin Haney and George Kambosos. So we would have to see what's going on to see if Kambosos could actually get close enough to actually ring that bell, and we can be able to see what Devin Haney's really made of. Now, with that being done and said, Devin Haney does have great boxing abilities. He does have a beautiful jab. He loves to use the jab. He loves to play the outside and keep his opponent at bay all the time. Devin Haney, he's very, very smart. Like, his ring IQ is very smart. Like, he knows exactly what needs to be done in order to win the fight. It might not be by knockout. That's why a lot of people don't really like Devin Haney. They always say he's a boring fighter. He doesn't bring no entertainment, no excitement to any fights. But at the same time, it's just, my people, look, you got to think of it like this. I understand everybody wants to see knockouts all the time, but this is boxing. The whole point of it is they tell you, listen, you gotta get hit less as much as possible. Try to do what you can to receive the minimal punishment, but hand out and dish out the maximum that you could possibly do. Now, with that being done and said, George Kambosos and Devin Haney is going to be a boxing match. I don't see them brawling at all, unless if Devin Haney gets super comfortable, or unless if Devin Haney can actually feel Kambosos' power and doesn't respect it, then it might turn out to be a brawl. But I can see that by him doing that, it could also be a mistake, because George Kambosos is slick and very slippery with his punches, so he could probably get in there and, do some damage. Definitely ring his bell and buckle him. I wouldn't doubt George Kambosos on this one. Now, as for me, who I'm going for, I'm actually going to go for Devin Haney. I want him to win. One of the key things that I want him to win is not because I don't like Kambosos. Kambosos is a solid fighter, very good all around. Just like Devin Haney, I feel like Devin Haney lacks in just manpower. He doesn't really have that KO power to, or that dangerous explosiveness that Tank Davis has. But I feel like at the end of it all, it's going to be a chess match between Devin Haney and Kambosos. They just both going to fill each other out. Devin Haney is probably going to take the outside like he normally does. He's very good at playing outside. He doesn't do too well playing inside and having the other opponent on the outside. So George Kambosos, he's comfortable, fighting in the center of the ring and having the opponent run around. As you can see, like how he did with Teofimo Lopez, not a problem. George Kambosos, I see him hunting down Devin Haney, definitely applying the pressure, coming forward a lot, all 12 rounds if need be. And Devin Haney, hopefully he could weather the storm and we just got to see what he's really about. We really got to see what both fighters are really capable of in this fight. Even though we know we got a few hints from their previous fights that we know what they could do. But at the same time, it's just every fight is different. It's not going to be the same. But I feel like, personally, this is going to be a chess match. They just going to try to outbox each other out, make each other miss. And basically, it's going to be just a whole back and forth. So it might be a little boring unless if Kambosos gets frustrated and tries to get in there and tries to basically, make it fun and entertaining for his fans, because this is in Australia, But I just hope he doesn't make the same mistake as other fighters where they just come forward and they get frustrated for not hitting their opponent and they try to rush him and come forward, and then they start getting tagged a lot, and they basically start losing rounds that way. So that's my theory on that one. Now, the next talk I'm going to talk about is the loss for Rolando Romero. I'm not going to lie, that was a smooth move by Tank Davis. My hat's off is for Tank Davis. He was real humble in his approach towards the end, even though technically towards the end he ran up to Rolly in the middle of the ring. He put both gloves above his forehead and took out his tongue. I guess he was saying aha, I don't know, but that was pretty funny. But at the same time, with all the trash talk that Rolly was given, I guess he got what he deserved at that moment. But like I said, my hat's off to Tank Davis. He had a real humble approach as to when he spoke in the ring about Rolly. He thanked Rolly and his team. He didn't trash talk him. He didn't try to downgrade him or nothing, or kick a man while he's down. So much respect for Tank Davis. It shows a lot of growth for himself and maturity. Now, when it comes to Rolando Romero, listen, this kid, man, I don't know. He says Tank Davis is punch drunk. I think he's punch drunk because you keep wanting to fight Gervonta Tank Davis no matter what. That's all you want. You don't want no Kambosos, no Haney. You don't want no Garcia. There's other fighters. Me personally, I feel like the best fight for Rolando Romero, since you downgrading Pitbull Cruz, I feel like you should go and call out Pitbull Cruz. And I feel like Isaac Pitbull Cruz would definitely take that fight, only because, first of all, he's not going to like about the things that you said about him. And you're already downgrading him the same way you downgraded Tank Davis. And you said that he's nothing and all this other nonsense that you've been talking about. So I would like to see it come to fruition and see what's that really about, Also, when it comes to Tank Davis, I said this in my previous video. This is how I feel. The WBA has mandated Gervonta Tank Davis, if he was to get past Rolando Romero, because they mandated Rolando Romero versus Tank Davis. And then once that fight got accepted, they said, oh yeah, we're also mandating you face the winner of the Devin Haney and Kambosos fight. But now we know that another contender wants that fight, which is none other than Vasily Lomachenko. Now, Lomachenko has been wanting that fight for quite some time. They've been promising him that fight. And so the way I see things is that Lomachenko is in the U.S. training. I don't know if he might have a tune-up fight to shake off the ring rust and then see what's going on. But the way I see things is that my theory is that I feel like if Devin Haney wins the fight, it's an automatic rematch clause between him and George Kambosos. Now, Tank Davis already fought, so nobody knows who's his next opponent. Lomachenko is training somewhere and he has no opponent. So if Devin Haney wins, the way I see it is that I hope that the WBA says, you know what, since they already have a rematch and you have nobody else to face, they promised Lomachenko the fight, we mandated Tank Davis for this fight, I guess the next opponent should be Tank Davis versus Lomachenko, and the winner out of that fight will fight the winner out of Devin Haney versus Kambosos Part 2. That's my theory on it, because like I said, I'm going for Devin Haney. But if Kambosos wins, I'm pretty sure Kambosos is going to call out Lomachenko, and they'll probably make that fight come to fruition. Now, with that being done and said, drop your comments down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think, and drop a like on the video if you like it. Share it if you deem fit. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Ramblin'. Thank you for coming to Ramblin' TV.